trying to find good music to actually start the stream with. Anyways, hello everyone. How's everybody doing today? My work time perfectly? Hell yeah, let's go. Oh yeah. I just forget that I have a cloudy sky in here, so like, need to balance the audio. Balance the audio accordingly. I haven't even started 2.5. Hell yeah, okay. I will have fun, thank you, Ray. Hello, hi Chrissy, welcome in. This do I get for you to pull me down again? I'm away from where I stand. Going through it because Greek Yuri. Green, I'm assuming that it's meant to say Green Yuri. That'd be really funny if it was just Greek Yuri. Like Greek yogurt, but you're right. TBHK, TBHK, I don't know what that is. Oh, it's this one. That's the super like crass one, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, this is the super crass one. And Haikyuu announcement. What was the Haikyuu announcement? I thought Haikyuu was like done. Not really crap, but like I've had it described to me as the anime version of South Park is how it's been described to me. So I think. No, that's not what that one is. No. It was another one then. It was another one. I don't know what. But I've had a show described to me as the anime version of South Park. I thought it was that one, but what about Haikyuu? Yaoi lovers rejoice. Shit. Yeah. Oh, new PV. Okay. Where's the new anime? What the fuck? New movie. Oh, okay, interesting. A bunch of new stuff. That's interesting. That's really, really interesting. Nice. Might get the end animated? Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Well, in other news, so I have been hard at work on the GTFO video. Gonna be honest, this video has been taking over my life slightly. So it's coming along really well. So currently, I have let me show what I've got. Yeah, it's slowly taking over my life. It's not even like, it's not even subtle. So let's go. Transition. So this is the unlisted, this is the current cut that I have. It is 41 minutes, it's almost 42 minutes fucking long. I have about 16 minutes of it subtitled. Where I have it here. Yeah, I have it like subtitled like here. And yeah, but this is where the subtitling is gonna get really fucking rough. is the next like half of the video. Because this is where shit goes absolutely wild. Oh, I do have, okay, let me show off one of my favorite jokes I have. I do have this part, this one part. This is one of my favorite jokes in the entire fucking video.
Alright.
We're gonna speed run percent this shit.
Okay, I'm gonna wait for it to pulse again so I know where it is, but then, yeah. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Got it.
Okay, Kenny, we're gonna go through the store.
Whoa, hello.
Oh my god! What the fuck? Holy shit! Oh my god! Okay. Oh, we're just going. Oh.
Yeah, I'm so proud of that. Yeah. So it's a whole thing. This whole video is gonna be a blast to finish up. But I'm really excited to show that off once I actually finish it. It's coming along really, really well. It's really fucking funny. Anyways, Honkai Star Rail. Let's play this game, because this is something that we have. Yeah. View a story recap? I'm curious. Oh, okay. It's just gonna be kind of this thing. Okay. We met you, Nikador. Yeah, Fuli just kind of appeared. All the historical references things to the spoilers channel. Thank you. Good damn, that's a lot. Okay. Haven't read any of them, but I just did look at it. Okay, so somehow receives the gaze from Fuli. Yeah, that is a great choice of words. Somehow. We're not entirely sure. I like how she still has the has the big ol' lance. New friend Mem. Everyone pieces it together. Nikador's divinity obtains the Titan's core flame from the final battle. Yes, Finon is still doing his thing. Caster's in the back. I'm excited for her. I'm very excited to see what's up with Casterus. Yeah. Location. Wait. We're gonna wait for now. Okay, Tribby. In the. What does your light code even do? Oh yeah, this is the one that slows you down, right? No, increases carrier's crit damage after the wearer launches a follow attack. Generate 12 energy and gains presage, lasting 2 turns. While the wearer has presage, all allied targets' crit damage increases by 48%. When entering battle, the wearer regenerates 21 energy and okay. Interesting. Mama, I want to hear another story. My sweet girl, how about a story about time? Time? What is it? Time, my dear, is like a flower. Like the dandelions blooming in the fields? Yes, just like dandelions. Time grows, blossoms, and bears fruit. We call its petals moments. And then what happens? Okay, that's Fuli. Then it withers into 1,000 pieces, leaving seeds that drift everywhere. Mama, does that mean it becomes the future? Guess what it turns into after that? It turns into so many flowers blooming into a vibrant sea of blossoms, right? The mother didn't have time to answer as the sunlight from the window warmed the girl's face. That gentle figure vanished once more into her dream. She opened her eyes. If time were a flower, she murmured, it would surely become a sea of flowers, said the serene girl. Of course it would, exclaimed the playful girl, cheering at her masterpiece. Life blossoms like a flower, yeah. Sea of flowers starts shaking. Yeah. For real. Okay. Interesting. 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 That's a really weird light count. Yeah. Okay. I am saving for Casterus is my decision. I have made that decision now. We are saving for Casterus. Divergent Universe Protean Hero. I've heard really good things about Protean Hero. I have heard that this is really short. Yeah, okay. That's that. Let's do you. On Caster's and an Axis. Wish me luck. Ooh. 630. Well, I know the quest is bad. I was talking about the Awu the Awu event was like really short. Cause like I saw people did it in like 30 minutes or whatever. Okay. Claim all. Okay, I think that's about everything I wanted out of this. Where does that put me for gems? 2,800. $17. So 21. Okay. Not bad. Get rid of all the notices. Usual maintenance shit. Okay. We ready, y'all? Let's get going. Go.
Need something? If not, then I'll be leaving.
Think you heard it? Oh yeah, I was going to start building Serval in the future. Oh yeah, this is new. Okay. Interesting. How pray tell game do I build the Herta? Yeah, no, okay, that's about what I check. Okay. Serval comeback. Apparently she works really well. Like apparently she's better than regular Herta, than small Herta, because of how fast, how cheap her burst is. Apparently her because of how cheap her burst is, she is like great value. Where does she go? Where did I put her? That's QQ links. You're a 4-star. There you are. I'm gonna favorite you just so I know where you are. Okay. But yeah, the Serval comeback for the Herta team. Ooh. Okay. So here is to hoping that Finon just didn't fucking die. Oh yeah, how much of this is voiced? What's the status on voicing for this? Oh, there we go. Welcome in, welcome in. 90%? Okay, cool.
Glaya, with all due respect, this trial is taking far too long.
Like Trailblazer and Dunhung art? That's weird. It's weird that like it's just like the Astral Express that isn't voiced. I wonder what's up with that. That's interesting. It feels like we've already waited for 42 days. How do you even arrive at that number?
What do you think of this, Trinan?
It's not possible to tell for sure what goes on within the vortex. All I can hear are fragments of speech and distant battle cries.
Because Emphorius is disconnected from the rest of the universe, they aren't aware of the strike. That's hilarious. Okay. I think it's because of the strike. So the interesting thing about the strike is it's on a per project basis, and it's on a per project basis, and I don't believe HSR is one of those projects because it's more like voicing video games. So no, yes, kind of, sometimes. Again, it's on a per project because that's how SAG-AFTRA strikes stuff. Like that's how the previous strike that happened last year was, and that's how the voice actor strike is right now. It is a per project basis, and the reason Genshin is struck is because the studio is terrible. This uses a different studio, so HSR isn't a struck project as far as I know. But I don't know. I'm not one of the voice actors. I'm not. Yeah, but that's whatever.
Is it Fainan's voice?
I'm not sure. It's difficult to make out clearly.
Because I would honestly be baffled if Morgan Le Ray wasn't a SAG-AFTRA actor. Like I would honestly be very surprised if she wasn't part of the union.
Wait, no!
Everyone else, I can't speak for anybody else, but knowing how how big of a voice Morgan Le Ray is, yeah, I didn't expect it would take so long. Yeah. Corporate greed knows no bounds. But so it's interesting that Genshin has been Helyo has been talking about moving Genshin to another studio. So that'll be, or they have, I don't know. It's interesting. Are we gonna talk about HI3 next Sunday? Yeah, that's a thing. I have downloaded the game, so if I'm ever bored, I can play that. Ripping pepperonis. Oh, I saw the trailer for the new chapter. The first thing you see is the women holding hands, and I'm like, okay, that's gay.
There's this unlike existence in the trial. It's burning him up.
It has come to this, after all.
What now?
Get ready, my Demos.
Plan B. We pull him out when something goes wrong.
Evacuation plan.
As I promised you, Aglaya, I will intervene in the trial this time to bring your deliverer out to safety. But that's as far as I will go.
Of course. I know this is not the time to demand any more from you.
Discerning. All right then. To be as prepared as I can, I hope that the two Outlander warriors can also join me.
That might not be a good idea. The core flame trial is many times more complicated than a standard ritual. Even the slightest misjudgment, misstep, or hiccup could result in grave consequences.
GTFO moment.
Our two distinguished guests are not obliged to risk their lives for the flame chief's
I
journey.
cannot describe to you.
Let me join you instead, Lord Mighty.
I cannot describe to you quite the amount of brain rot, or it's not even brain. It's just that I guess brain rot's a good word. Obsession that I have with GTFO. God, that game is so fun. Holy shit, I am addicted to that game. It is so fucking fun. Oh my god, I'm so excited for that video. Anyways, Can't we all go together? We're all in this
So we
together.
should stay outside in case we need help.
We have a Glaya in Tribby and Trianne. Things have taken a critical turn, especially so with Finon's life on the line. Of course, we Nameless will do what is necessary. How should we help?
Join me in the trial to look for Finon. And when we do, Glaya's golden thread will guide us back out.
Replaying Persona 3 Reload? Hell yes. We all have our addictions now.
His wrath.
Oh, okay. I didn't rant about this because I was too busy ranting about GTFO. I went to go see a movie last night.
If something bad were to happen, Castorus, your priority is to ensure the safety of these two. I can find a way out on my own.
So I went to go see a movie last night. I had never heard of it before I went to go see it. It's called The Monkey. I'm not sure what I saw, to be completely like that. I'm still baffled by what the fuck that movie was last night.
Yes. more than likely.
Yeah, because like my friend like texted me. He was like, "Hey, you want to go see The Monkey?" I was like, "What the fuck is The Monkey?" And he's like, "Oh, it's a movie." I'm like, "Okay, whatever, sure." It probably sounds stupid. And it was a super campy like slasher horror film, but also it was just the most inexplicable shit. It was so wacky. I don't know. Me after Evangelion, but like, okay,
Thank you both.
part of Evangelion is
Time
the
to get to
confusion.
work, then.
Like,
Let me have the honor of taking the lead in this battle.
like Evangelion, like part of it is you're supposed to be really confused because like the further you get into the show, the more surreal it gets. And like that's like the deconstruction of the that's like your that's supposed to represent the deconstruction of like of your Freudian psychology and your I forget which one it is. It's like I think it's the id. Like becoming one with the id and all that kind of, that's what that's supposed to represent in both the original show and in Rebuild. In this movie, oh, fuck if I know what the ending was. What was the point of it? Like it was so weird. Okay, I have to use Mighty. I've heard he's shit. So I don't know if I wanna... Farina goes well with Mighty. How do I want to build this team? Well, unfortunately I don't have Blade, so whoopsie do. Let's see. Cause I'm scared he's just not gonna do anything. My Farina Mighty Teresa comp, yeah. So let's do.
It's you again. As always, there's a reward for good behavior.
Let's just.
With you on our
I
side,
think this will be
we're
a good
destined for victory.
standard team. Locha, since he takes HP, that's actually a good point. Locha, come here, baby girl. Details. Let me make sure everything is good here. It's not, but you know, it'll work enough, I think. My Locha is just absolutely abysmal. I need to make this guy work better. Do I have better abundance? I don't. What are your builds? This is Locha. This was back. I haven't like consistently used Luocha for a long time. Because, like, my Fushun
With you on our side, we're destined for
is, like,
victory.
actually pretty good, right? But with Luocha, because I got him back when he first came out, I had, like, I didn't have the resources to build him, and I haven't used him really since. So, he's not great. That's why. My account is not bad, Rika. It's just the people that you see. It's just some of these characters sometimes. Honestly, I can't imagine it'll be that hard.
With you on our side, we're destined for victory.
So we'll just go here.
Our reinforcements from beyond the sky. Warriors of high esteem. Please close your eyes and hold your breath. They once kept the fate of this world, and many other challengers safe from the devastating rage of strife. They now seek to venture deep into the trial of divinity and prove their will to destroy our enemies, as foretold by the prophecy. When the hammer of strife strikes the anvil of the warrior, the heat and impact will leave behind scars, and between them, a demigod shall rise.
Very well. Come forth then. Souls foreign to this realm, and warriors in the making. Follow me into the mist and flames, and come face to face with the greatest fear in the depths of a warrior's heart.
What the fuck is Aglaya's accent? That's a good question, actually.
With thy
I don't know.
banish the darkness and usher in sunlight. Let all lost souls find courage on a long journey back home.
Because it's not quite British, but it's also not. Yeah. What?
What's the matter? Surprised?
Can't explain why, but it sounds like a Greek person who learned British English.
Where there's
I mean, it would make
strife,
sense.
there's carnage. It shouldn't come as a surprise to see such a sight in Nikidor's trial.
Was it just you? Where's
I don't
Dunhong?
see him around here. We should go first. Huh. The greatest fear in the depths of a warrior's heart, huh? So, this is what he fears the most.
Everyone dying. I played in Chinese, so I didn't even know.
Beyond a
Yeah.
word, the smell of rust is thick in the air.
I mean, I love her voice.
Tell me your name, brute. Your demise shall be
I
a
absolutely
tale I
adore her
boast
voice,
about
because she also voices Gwei.
My name is Perdiccas, and I am here to avenge
but-
my people.
Kremnoans and Akamans are at war?
Why the hell is she the only one with an accent in Forest? I'm okay. The accent thing, I'm gonna brush off as a creative choice just for the voiceover to kind of hammer home Aglaya's like super elevated. Yeah, it's a stylistic choice for like her like classy, I guess, like her nobility, her, you know, that kind of thing. She's a very classy woman. That's I think that's what the accent is supposed to be hammering home. But also, you know, the yeah, that's what I'm gonna brush that off. We're not gonna brush off the language thing, but the accents, that's a dub choice.
Say whatever you like, despicable Achaman. Better to die in battle than return even in glory. May the Kremnoan spirit always watch over me.
Foolish brute. I see you're eager to die. Very well then. I shall grant you just that.
Oh? I mean,
you swine!
Matamos, why? Why did you leave us to the mercy of these foreigners?
Started watching the full Metaphor story. I have been tempted. I actually haven't heard a lot about Metaphor. It is $70, so I don't know if I'm gonna buy it soon. I'll probably buy it when it goes on sale, but you know, I've been occupied enough with GTFO.
And you are... Oh...
The alpha brute.
All eager to die, huh? Then I... Face your death, cowardly king.
$70 is just Atlas agreed on Atlas's side. It's becoming a
is a product of Nikador's wrath.
It's becoming an industry standard, so it's just fucking greed on the industry's part. Which is annoying, but whatever. Okay, so how do you work? Imaginary damage to one designated enemy. So I can do... Takes his own HP. Yes, I see that. Let's get you up. Metaphor is thematically all about fiction. Ooh, that sounds so good. Actually, straight up, that sounds very fun. I love metafiction.
Use all your might. Forever do it.
So does he not have any like self-sustain? Yeah, I don't know how he's not fire. I'm blown away by that fact. Ultimate? I said bring Locha? I mean, you did. I assumed he had some self-sustain.
Absurd. I know this, Akumen. Strife contorted an honorable warrior into this perverse and twisted being. That horrible noise. This battle cry must have gone to Finon. That's why he lost.
What's this all?
That voice. Is Cartonis?
Okay, let's see what we got in.
Not you too, Cartonis.
This game has fucking DLSS? Excuse me? Since when? Okay. Okay, just in case, I'm just gonna bring.
Need something? If not,
They now seek to...
We're gonna do this again. We're gonna bring Locha. We're gonna bring you. And you.
It's you again.
Yep.
Our reinforcements from beyond the sky.
Is it full of weird stuff? The protagonist is 18? Crazy. The lowest bar possible. Like, they met the absolute lowest bar.
The greatest fear in the depths of a warrior's heart, huh?
You won't get away, Kremno and Vermin! Tell me your name.
Okay.
This insatiable bloodlust is a product.
This'll be better.
Burn it up. Bloom I can't die, but thanks.
You won't die.
Show me your courage.
Ma'am.
Forever do. Through my blood. Forever
Okay, so he does.
There's more to life.
He does have self-sustain. But not enough for me to feel comfortable, so...
burn it all. Absurd. Not you too, Cartonis.
Mighty Mouse destroyed all the wicked kids.
I won't ask how this happened. Nor will I hurt you like you said. I just need you to tell me where fine.
All of this, you know very well. Leave our city, cursed son of Gorgo.
Gorgo. That's a fun name. Okay, let's see. What do you have about Gorgo in here? From Phantom, Gorgo, 5th century BCE, can refer to one of the Gorgons, but is most likely the queen of Sparta. She was the wife of Leonidas. Lesbians, okay. No, no. She was the wife of Leonidas. Name apparently means the one with wild eyes / gaze. She was the daughter of King Cleomenes the First. Win for Sparta because women could be considered heirs. Fun fact: there was also a poet from Lesbos with that name, and yes, she was alive at the same time as Sappho, and was her rival in terms of poetry. Ah, interesting. Okay.
I have no intention of hurting you, Cartonis.
Humiliate me, you shall not. Leave. Get out of Okima. Get out. Symbol of your sovereignty. Take it. Signet of Kremnos. Bask in blood-soaked glory. Your kind alone.
This is Mother's signet. It's here again. I knew it.
Ha! Finally gone mad, despicable vermin.
Why is he Cockney?
Mad King, perish together in that maelstrom of battle.
But then he's not Cockney there at the end. He's like, finally go mad, despicable vermin have. Like, but then he loses the accent there at the end.
Enough! Be quiet! You were not at all Cartonis. Look out!
Long narrow shadow pierces through the phantom of Cartonis. Hi, Don Hung. You're late to the party. You too? Are we up against Don Hung's apparition this time?
Wait. He seems...
Sane enough to communicate, it seems. Hey, gray-haired warrior, tell me. What was the last thing you said to me before I parted the waters at the Scale Gorge waterscape?
Parted the waters?
How do I even remember that? That sounds like something the real you would say. Yeah, I like how Mighty is like, what? Jesus? Wasn't easy, but I finally found you too.
You are Don Hung. What did you go through before meeting us?
Just some memories from the past, nothing worth mentioning.
You mean you saw your
The
past
reason
too?
we're here with Mighty is because we don't know our past. Ooh, okay.
The trial of strife is a vicious one, all right.
What are you thinking?
This might not be a single person's trial, but an arena for every challenger to engage their own delusions in a bloody battle. I saw someone from my past a while ago. Someone Finon has never met.
That doesn't exactly sound like a bad thing. At least it means that we'll be able to find Finon here.
We can only hope this battlefield is nowhere as extensive as I imagine it to be. Let's first follow the sounds of battle to their source. The battle cries seem to be getting a lot louder.
It was ... Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I do remember that. Because I remember getting mad at the Trailblazer for not answering anything because for some reason they were being super pissy about it. Like that was such a weird moment for the Trailblazers characterization because they were so pissy at Danheng for some reason during that quest.
Cursed brutes. Just as I thought. This is where the battle cries were coming from. The true entrance to Nikador's trial.
What's wrong with you two? It's Gnias, an incarnation of Nikador. Gnias.
I've seen him for the first time, but there's no doubt about it. What I'm sensing can only be Strife's bloodlust. The one manipulating this battlefield is Nikador themselves.
Can't choose between Metaphor, Persona 3, or Danganronpa, or just writing my Lovecraftian horror story. Please help. I mean, they're all pretty good. I don't know about Danganronpa. I've never gotten into Danganronpa. I hear Metaphor, like, I think Metaphor would be fun, but also writing Lovecraftian horror. I love it.
My demise. You are a king warrior indeed.
Part of the reason why I've been loving GTFO as much as I have is because of the super eldritch, like almost Lovecraftian horror to it. Oh, it's so fun. Oh, it's so fun. Oh, the story is so fucking cool. It's like, it's part Lovecraftian horror, part like Matrix shit, part, it's so cool.
You know me?
The blasphemous prince. Of course I know you.
Can you say that Stoic's the deepest of cosmic horror? Yeah, I can. Cosmic? No. Lovecraftian? Yes.
And I happen to know that you're here for the soul of that white-haired warrior.
Great. Let's cut to the chase then. Hand over that poor excuse for a sword master, so we can be done with this farce.
No.
No.
I applaud your courage and strength for coming this far.
It was like one fight. It was not that hard.
To besmirch the dignity of one who has fallen, and I cannot turn a blind eye to that.
Why don't you go easy on us? We traveled before together. We traveled together before. One who has fallen. Find on his failed trial?
He faced the greatest fear in the depths of his heart, and fought with exceptional valor, though he eventually succumbed to the brutal onslaughts. I have since brought him to the rear battleground, and granted him glory worthy of his courage, tenacity, and sacrifice.
I wonder if I should read any of actual Lovecraft's writing. I don't recommend it. I do recommend studying the concepts that he invented, the concepts that were pervasive in his works, and like summaries of his stories, but his stories themselves are not worth reading unless you're really like morbidly fascinated by the man, like I am. There are a handful that are pretty good, despite everything. At the Mountains of Madness, Thing on the Doorstep, and kind of The Shadow over Innsmouth are pretty good. But they're still pretty fucking bad because Lovecraft was not a good writer. What I know about Lovecraft is that he hates minorities. He was deathly afraid of anything that wasn't upper class, white, and from Providence, Rhode Island. Pretty much. He was viciously afraid of everything. He was like thoroughly racist, even for the time. He was, again, anything that wasn't upper white and like his specific lineage, like his racism was more about like the breeding instead of like the skin color. So he was very thoroughly racist to like poor white people. And it wasn't really like class, it was just like they were white, but they came from like non-pure backgrounds. Yeah. I've only read the air conditioning one. Again, Cool Air is one of the ones that is like the execution is terrible, but the concept is, I mean, vaguely interesting. There are definitely better ones. The background of Cool Air is what's interesting because Cool Air was written when he was living in New York, in a cramped apartment with his wife, at the time breadwinner wife. So that's kind of that context makes it a little bit more interesting, because that story is very much his outlet for his claustrophobia and his fear of Mexicans. So yeah, that's what that is.
You wish to take him away? Sure. Pick up a spear and prove that your resolve can rival his.
That's what reading Lovecraft is just being like, reading Lovecraft is reading very mediocre to straight up terrible stories, but also using those stories to like kind of psychoanalyze a very fascinatingly fucked up person. Yeah. How did this dude get popular? Because he was genuinely like, his writing was ass, but he did create a horror mythos that's very effective. It's a very good horror mythos, right? Because he played with things that were, because at the time that he was writing, the pervasive horror genre was gothic horror, which was very cold and bleak in stone castles and like vampires and all that stuff. Lovecraft was much more cosmic, unknown, fish, smell, rot, that kind of stuff. He was one of the first to really play with the fear of the unknown. The scariest thing is what your brain comes up with. That's why a big thing in his works is not actually describing the horror that is being seen. Because the scariest thing is whatever your brain can come up with. Good world building, awful writing, yeah, exactly. He was great at coming up with these concepts, but actually putting them to paper, he sucked at.
Of course. Cowards who hope to avoid bloodshed are better off disappearing from my sight this instant.
And I will admit that there are a couple of moments where he actually he had promise as an author. There are a couple of moments in his writing that works really well. The ending of The Shadow over Innsmouth actually kind of got a very slight lurch out of me when I read it. And some stories, like The Cats of Ulthar, are very memorable. But like most of the time, it's just his writing is just kind of a slog. That's why I like The Shadow over Innsmouth so much, is because aside from a small couple pages worth of exposition that is kind of needless at the beginning of the story, Shadow over Innsmouth is a very, very, very suspenseful and actually well executed horror story if you can get past the archaic writing style. But not all of his stories are like that. Cough, Charles Dexter Ward. Cough, cough.
Your opinions are of no interest to me, Mad King.
Never read Charles Dexter Ward. Never do it. It is so fucking boring. It's so long too. Oh my god, I hate that story so fucking much.
war with my curse of immortality.
Commendable. Your noble mother displayed the same spirit with a spear in her hands.
Don't you dare speak of her.
Why not? She challenged the former Kremnos king to a duel, even knowing that it was a deadly trap, all to protect your dignity. Are you suggesting her efforts were for naught?
Her death was caused by you, the incarnation of strife. How dare you talk about her past? Enough of this nonsense. You should be wielding your weapon at the god of strife. Battle me and put a swift end to this.
Luckily, though, all of Lovecraft's stories are actually are public domain, so you can just like look them up and read them. Like.
Your hatred is as clear as day, my Demos. My words must have stung you deeply. But thanks to them, I have also come to realize.
Yeah, you don't have to pirate them. They're public domain, so you can just fucking use them. It's actually you don't have to do anything sketchy to get them. But yeah, Shadow over Innsmouth is easily my favorite. It's one of the few that actually kind of works, start to finish. Most of them don't. I know the Mountain of Madness is also really good, and then Cats of Ulfar if you want a quick one.
Only to let your signet sink to the bottom of the Sea of Souls, refusing to let the glory of Kremnos live on.
Okay.
Why you slew the Strife Titan, only to reject the core flame, letting strife continue instead.
Wangsty boy.
Show me what you are capable of. Show me if you have the power to put out the flames of your very own destiny.
I will rip your chest apart, Titan. The same way I ripped apart that former king.
I see you wish to repeat things. Come at me then. Ignite the flames of your fears and step onto the battlefield. Take this fierce battle to the boundaries of strife and consume me. Or lose yourself in the fight and watch your
It sure is something in the background. Very loud.
depleted corpse burn to ash. But remember this, soldiers. The son of Gorgo will be crowned in blood. The very moment when I just the moment of your ascension. To you, the successor of Kremnos.
Okay.
White-haired warrior knew he was no match, yet he chose to fight till his very last breath. What about you, my Demos? Can your murderous intent match up to what fate has in store for you? Prove to me that you are worthy of this power.
Okay. So let's actually read his full kit. So skill, he does a fuck ton of different things. Restore HP. Okay, so his ultimate does restore HP and accumulates talents charge. Deals massive imaginary damage to one okay, and then splash damage and taunts them. When losing HP, accumulate charge. When charge is at 100, enter the Vendetta state, restore the HP, and advances action. During Vendetta, max HP increases and defense remains at 0. At the start of this unit turn, automatically uses Kingslayer be King. this one. Okay. Okay.
Mournful cries, miserable wails. Kings of Kremnos, this is the power you desired? Through my blood, burn it all.
Yeah, he has a fat chunk of self-sustain. Yeah. Hello, Kara, welcome in.
In the name of fairness, I grant you the blood of strife.
Do you want me to hide the descriptions after each name? Yes, I think that would be nice. Enjoying the quest so far? I mean, we just started, but yeah. So far, so good.
Dying soul, now accept your punishment. Forever doomed.
Been busy with exams? Feel that, yeah.
Eternal.
Conquer all lands.
Ooh, that was a chunk of damage.
In fear you shall abandon your mortal body, King of Kremnos.
Quest took me around 9 hours. Good lord, yeah, we're not doing this in one sitting.
Now accept your punishment.
I think he was next anyways, so.
Forever doomed.
Boom.
Fury of
Look at that. Oh. OMG, gay people.
Found you.
Yeah, I've always enjoyed HP management stuff like that, but found you. Okay, Gabos. The core flame trial is indeed no place for the weak. Let's just hope Final gets through this.
There's no need to worry. His soul is in a stable condition. With ample rest for both body and mind, he'll be up and about in no time.
The greatest fear in the depths of his heart. Lord Finon must have been forced to relive his past during the trial, and revisit his homeland that had fallen to the Black Tide.
In all likelihood.
We love Morgan Le Ray. Oh my god, her VA is so good. Since coming to Amphorius, we have heard many talking about this Black Tide. Could you tell us more about it?
It is one of the culprits that drives the people of Amphorius to madness. It was during the Era Bellica that this unspeakable thing first appeared, like a plague, alongside the three titans of calamity. Nobody knows where it came from or how it came to be. What we do know, however, is that it is steadily encroaching upon what little remains of this tranquil land, much like a rising sea closing in on an island from all sides. It is for this very reason that it became known as the Black Tide.
Alright, see ya, Rika. Thank you for popping in. Have fun playing your game. Can I just mention, this is very much Storm Disaster vibe. This reminds me of the, oh, I forget which one it was. My memory of Storm Disaster is fading, but one of the stories has that mention of like of islands removed, like they've been eroded away by time or whatever. Yeah.
Those who succumb to it lose their reason and humanity, becoming vicious, mindless monsters.
Make the timeline a bit more clear in this
Mortals are not
quest.
the only ones susceptible to its influence.
What, timeline for like Amphorius?
Gods
Or
and titans cannot escape from it.
the only one susceptible to its end? Okay, yeah. So, the Abyss.
According to Naius, Nikador, though one of the embodiments of Calamity, also bears the responsibility of fending off the Black Tide. Perhaps that is also why Lord Finon threw himself into the trial of strife so readily.
But now, we must look for alternative means of igniting the flames of strife.
So, Aglaya, what should we do now?
You know very well the decision doesn't lie with me. As the successor to Krymnos, Mighty, you know better than anyone that if it was simply about emerging triumphant on the battlefield of strife, you and your people could manage it with ease. But ultimately, the heavy burden of divinity can only be borne by one. It is foolhardiness and indecision, not the unclaimed seed of divinity, that pushes this world into the deathly fog.
Yep, okay. Finon is the only one that can take the thing. Surprise, surprise. I forget those are the ones that just give you speed. Okay. Real fast, I'm gonna run to the bathroom and put water on for some more tea. And I will be right back. So give me a fast second. Yeah. Okay, we are back. Let us get going. Once again. Okay. Okay, so you unspoiled your pawn. Ping? Unping. Cool. Okay, you're a pawn, King of Sparta. He was the one to name one of the two real energies of Sparta. Okay, got it. Interesting. Craterus. Mighty Stanley. Okay. Ooh. Let's get going again. An unspeakable thing of unknown origin. What comes to your mind when you put these keywords together? Staron? That's right. If you think about the various characteristics of Amphorius, an isolated world of eternal night being eroded by an unknown power, we cannot discount this possibility. This has been bothering me for a while now. Everything we have seen thus far suggests that Amphorius wasn't always isolated from the rest of the universe. Be it the birth of the Titans or the encroaching Black Tide, and none of these things can be explained as a natural progression of a civilization. There must be other reasons for its current state of isolation. It's just, if the Cancer of all worlds is truly the culprit, then we should have observed certain phenomena, explicit or otherwise, by now, but that isn't the case. Any Matter Legion? Or the voice? That's what I was thinking. From past experience, the Stellaron within you should be able to resonate with other Stellarons, but we haven't encountered anything like that here. There are several other unanswered questions too. My gut feeling is that things here are not as simple as they seem. Whoa, surprise, Don Hong. Good lord. Furthermore, what happened in Penacony also proved that the appearance of a world may not necessarily be due to the influence of just one path. Could be an all-star cast. Who knows, maybe Akivili's behind it all. Not even the historiofictionologist would dare spin a tale like that. Hey! Okay, dissing my theory from the last quest of this feels vaguely Akivili-esque. For now, let's just take things as they come. The Black Tide could be a good starting point. Since Nigador has fallen, those who were suppressed by them will no doubt begin to counterattack now. Seems our trailblazing expedition is growing in significance. Okay, mighty. At the same time, on the other side of the Marmorial Palace.
Don't worry, Dee. This isn't the first time he's been like this. A long time ago.
I'm not worrying about him.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, all right. You're a little quiet, though.
I'm sorry. That was rude of me. What I meant was, I know that man can pull through for sure.
Gabo.
It's all right. Being straightforward suits you better. Actually, Dee, there's something we're curious about. What?
I missed it. Oh, where did you see Nigador's trial? Got it.
Something that terrifies me. Isn't that ironic? There shouldn't even be a word for fear in the Kremnoan language.
Do you think you stand a chance against that thing that terrifies you?
Is this also part of your grand scheme?
What do you mean?
Aglaya knew that Phynon might fall, and she expected me to take his place. That was the plan all along, wasn't it?
There's no heterosexual explanation for Mighty and Phynon. Yeah, no, I fully agree.
Yes. Looks like you know everything.
I have no intention of condemning you for it. The Flame Chase journey is not a game, and I have long understood the downfall of strife and the ever-growing threat that the Black Tide poses. If Circes and Ornyx are also impacted, ramifications will be dire.
They are the only two Titans who are still lucid and willing to coexist with humanity.
Regrettably, I do
You know,
not hold the
Ornix is
key
not
to
happy about it.
completing the trial. If I wish to conquer that fear, I need the assistance of my fellow Kremnoans. Give me some time to speak with my people.
That
Won't
is my
take
key.
long.
Let's go.
I promise.
There we go. Okay.
Ah, I see. There is strength in numbers, but you must know that the trial to become a demigod is ultimately meant for only one individual. Your people. They have been eagerly awaiting a new king all this time, haven't they? If you take on the divine role, they will have no reservations about following your lead. After all, you're the hero of Castrum Kremnos.
I once was. But Lady Trebios, therein lies my deepest fear. We'll talk again later. I'll be back.
D? Regardless of what happens, we will always be there for you.
Thank you. The person I'm looking for is probably in the hot bath. I should go take a look. The billowing steam always brings back memories of the furnaces in our homeland.
Okay.
Children left unattended by their parents? That's not safe.
Lamau. I love this man. Is like, yeah, these children unattended. That's not safe.
You shouldn't run around in here, kids.
Hey, it's the Crown Prince! Are you also here for a bath?
He's so silly.
Stories about princes on the battlefield.
Was it keen on pulling Tribby? Yeah, I mean, I'm not either.
Crown Prince.
I'm still not, probably. I'm just Casterus, my beloved.
Yeah, we are! The grown-ups said we used to live next to the arena. Well, next to the parts next to it anyway.
My dad is a centurion with the Hydra Lancers, and my mom is the bravest warrior in the God Shield Brigade. We used to get tons of silver coins from Mr. Crateros.
My parents are serving in the Holy City garrison now. As warriors of Kremnos, they're braver than any Achaemen.
Why are you kids here alone? Where are the grown-ups?
Mom and Dad were asleep, so we snuck out to play hide and seek with Mr. Crateros.
That old man can be such a child sometimes. You know where Crateros is? I happen to be looking for him.
Sorry, I don't. Come to think of it, we haven't seen him in a while. Did he get lost while trying to find us?
No way! Mr. Crateros is a member of the Royal Wing Elites. He's the best at hunting down enemies. He was counting near Verax Lea when we went to hide. I thought about taking a peek.
It was prudent of you to be cautious. So, which Verax Lea was he with?
It's, just take a few turns after you go out from here.
All right.
Wait, Your Highness! I heard you retrieved Nicodor's corpse. Does that mean we get to go back?
Have you ever been to Castrum Kremnos? You were all born in the Holy City, and are living lives no different from the Achaemens. Everything you know about our people comes only from the tales of others.
I like how I like how you're kind of giving me like my own personal footnotes. Like, like this is actually really funny. Okay, Crateros, 370 to 321 BCE. A general and friend of Alexander the Great. Name means the one who is very strong. Wow, crazy. Also Also, one of the heirs of Alexander's empire. Okay. Yeah, these are like all my like own personal footnotes. I love it. It's so funny.
You have never even witnessed the blade in the sky with your own eyes. How, then, is a city you've never seen your home?
Because this place is definitely not home. Mom and Dad told me that the children of Kremnos are bored to wield swords and fight on the battlefield.
They also said that the Kremnoan detachment led by the Crown Prince is the bravest army across all of Emphorius. No one can defeat them.
The kids in the Holy City don't play with us. The moment they find out that our parents are Kremnoans, they shun us.
Oh, racism.
We don't care. We all know that the Crown Prince will take us home one day.
That time has not yet arrived. But young men of Kremnos, only by following this path.
Yes, Your Highness!
I love it. He's so silly.
Of Kremnos. I should find Krateros.
That's so goofy. Zoom.
There he is.
Faster.
Oh, get a grip. We're here by order of the Council of Elders. Even the Chrysos heirs have to think twice before doing anything to us.
Out of my way, lackeys of the count.
The Civil Guard of Akama is on official duty.
Calm down, my lord. Play nice.
Don't make me repeat my...
I'll allow you to pass this time.
So, you think yourself knowledgeable? Then here is a question for you. Do you know how Chrysius Leo in Castrum Kremnos came to be mounted on the wall? I don't know, my lord. How did it come to be? Let me enlighten you. A long time ago, the founder of Castrum Kremnos led a group of warriors. That vicious beast had been a menace for years, and the bones in its den were stacked even higher. But do you know what happened? Nary a moment had passed after the beast's head peeked out of its den, when the Kremnoan warriors surged. Why are you red-faced already? We haven't even gotten to the best
He's
part.
made of stone.
It's your storytelling, my lord. You're weaving such a captivating tale that it got my blood pumping. Well, if it isn't Lord Mighty. It's been a while. Oh, what in Akama is happening? To what do I owe the pleasure, son of Gorgo?
Krateros. My esteemed teacher.
Let's talk somewhere else, Mighty Mos. I'm tired of speaking with this silly lion.
What about the Council's informants?
Those two hyenas are nothing but scavengers of rotten meat. They couldn't bite even if they tried. They can follow us if they want to. Wait, so how in the world did Chrysius Leo get mounted on the wall? Keep up with us, you hyena. Oh, sorry. I meant officers.
The absolute disrespect.
How dare you? Calm down. Calm down.
Love the disrespect for like literal government puppets. Hello, can I go? Okay, yeah, there
Don't
we
fall
go.
behind now. Unless you want to upset our friends here.
I literally move faster than you.
Don't you dare try any tricks with us.
We're almost there.
Why have you stopped?
This is a nice spot for a
Shall we, sir?
Let's do it.
What are you up to? Someone help!
Some privacy at last.
Love it.
So, tell me, why have you come to seek this old man's counsel?
I came to discuss.
Interesting. I heard the core flame of the Lance of Fury has been restored, though not by your hand. And you're even considering giving up Nikador's divine power. Is this true?
Those rumors are not entirely groundless.
In other words, You did entertain the thought of giving up the throne of Kremnos and forsaking your people.
The divine power is not equivalent to the throne. The path of strife is also not our people's own.
Enough with the word games. You, of all people, should understand the plight of the Kremnoans. Think about all the warriors of the Kremnoan detachment who left their homeland with you. Think about their children. Only the yearning for our former glory days has kept us going all this time. If they ever learn that the crown prince they look up to so much is actually toying with the notion of stepping down, think of the disgrace it would bring upon your departed mother, Martimos.
So, like, is taking up a core flame and being the crown prince, are they like mutually exclusive?
You best remember that she died for you because of Europon's schemes to restore the glory of Kremnos.
They are? Okay.
Since you've brought that up, tell me, who is responsible for my father's death?
Are you trying to shame me, Martimos? I may be old, but I haven't become so decrepit that I've forgotten it all. Of course I remember that Europon died when the Kremnoan detachment surrounded him. You drove the spear into his chest with your very own hands.
That was merely the final outcome. Do you still not see it? What led my parents and our people to their downfall is none other than the strife we speak of. The quest for glory. The tenet of valorous death before glorious return.
That's the opposite of life before death. Life before death, strength before weakness, journey before destination.
This is the creed of every Kremnoan, no matter whether these beliefs are justified or not.
His VA went crazy this patch? He really did, actually. I think Europon solidified his position as heir. That sounds about right.
That could slay
For
a king is a spear.
this shit.
Even an infant knows that much. I swore to your mother that I would guard your crown with my life. I never foresaw that the son of Gorgo himself would be the first to turn his back on the Kremnoan spirit. Gorgo. Your mother bore that name. The name of the great founder of Castrum Kremnos. And she upheld that name with honor. If you choose to turn your back on her legacy, like a wretched deserter, do not fault me for withholding my loyalty.
I came to discuss the future of our people with you. But it appears this is not the right time yet.
Go, mighty. Ha! That's what those Chrysos heirs call you, isn't it? Go down the path you have deemed correct. Deep down, you have always been one to do as you please. And I am well aware that no one could deter you once you've made up a don't you ever dream of renouncing the traditions of Kremnos. We may reside in Occam.
Bloodlines no longer hold any significance in this era of destruction.
My young lord, always bear this in mind. Never reveal your vulnerabilities to anyone. A lion should never dwell amidst its prey, especially when it wields power enough to dominate the entire hunting ground.
Europon, the boy did nothing wrong!
Flashback? Okay, this is actually kind of dope.
This is murder! Do not sully the noble name of Kremnos with the blood of an innocent child. You mustn't reveal your weaknesses to the enemy.
Enough! My decision is final. We must use this child's life to preserve the soul of the great Nikador. We must save Castrum Kremnos.
Don't be absurd! Those tiny hands lack the strength to even lift a spear. Do you truly believe him a threat to Castrum Kremnos?
There are a lot of illusions happening here because this feels oh, what's the tragedy? What's the tragedy? Oedipus, yes, Oedipus Rex. A lot of kids were gonna get killed because of the prophecies. Yeah, but like, so what's making me think, okay, I also, trying to look up the name of Oedipus Rex, I look up 10 must-read ancient Greek tragedies, and number 3 on this list is motherfucking 7 Against Thebes, which is a play which is so infamous. Like, so there was a guy that taught Greek classics that I followed on TikTok, and he was like, 7 Against Thebes is like the most incomprehensible play ever, because it's like, it's just, nothing happens in it, like literally nothing happens in it apparently.
You'll be ending the bloodline of Kremnos if you do this. Our millennia-old glory will become nothing more than a joke.
Like, an astounding amount of nothing happens in it. Like, let me... Because, like, he failed to even, like, summarize it. Because it's about the Trojan War, but it's not, like, it doesn't take place during the Trojan War. It's all about, like, stuff that happens nearby, but like I don't even know. It just, again, nothing happens in it, and it's so fascinating. Like it's to a point where like the translators have problems like translating it because it's just so fucking weird.
Have you forgotten that we Kremnoans place no value in bloodlines? It is through pure bloodshed and slaughter that the kings of Kremnos have ascended to the throne. As for our millennia-old glory, it has always been a joke in my eyes. Glorify it all you want, but it will not alter the nature of slaughter. Those who revel in it are but murderers. They are no more noble than the most monstrous beasts in Amphorius.
Ah, enough with your words! Among all the kings of Kremnos, which one did not inherit the crown only after plucking it from the lifeless body of his father? But listen to yourself now. Do you truly believe you can cleanse the blood from your hands through mere words alone?
Nay, quite the contrary. I will end this cycle of bloodshed. Starting with this child. With these blood-stained hands, I will end it all.
Your failure is inevitable, Eurepon. You are just a coward who can only raise his blade against his own child! A beast that murders his own kin.
But this is also very Hercules-esque.
Royal Wing Elites and Ephors of Kremnos! You cannot sit idly by and watch this atrocity unfold. If you consider yourselves the honorable sons and daughters of Gorgo, then take up your spears and join me in putting an end to this bloody charade!
Does anyone else have any objections? If
Oh, it's
so,
Achilles?
come
Oh,
forward with
okay,
your
that makes sense.
spear.
Understood. 5, 4, 3. No one dare stand by my side. Cowards! Has that 2, 1.
It appears with all present as witnesses, this child shall descend into the Sea of Souls, where he will nourish the Lance of Fury, and may fate and the god... My son. My Deimos.
Stop!
If you have more to say, then speak. On account of the life
With the blade of fury above us and the council bearing witness, I, Gorgo, hereby move to challenge the crown in a Oh, unworthy king. In the name of the Council of Elders.
Very well. We shall see who the Kremnoan blade.
My Deimos, they all tell me to forget. But how could I, the son of Gorgo, will be crowned in blood? If there is no Kremnos without the crown, then I shall seize the crown and smash it to pieces to bring the people to their senses.
Go on. Whoever voiced Gorgo did an incredible job too. Good lord. Only the cries and the waves of the Sea of Souls echoed. Now in your private bath chamber. Yeah, she is absolutely slaying. Like, ooh. Representing this version of such a female icon. Go off. Ever since the battle with Nicador, you haven't slept so soundly in ages. Even if death itself came to rouse you, you'd probably retort, why does life slumber? Because the bed is warm. Yet a chill from the river of souls wafted by, a sense of hauntingly familiar. Could death truly be at your door? Best to open your eyes just in case.
Miss, you're awake.
Oh, hi, Castorus. Okay. No wonder I felt
Is
it
the
chill.
room too cold?
It's you. Okay.
I apologize
What are
for
you doing
arriving
here?
uninvited. I saw that you were still asleep, so I took the liberty of waiting nearby.
You give her a VA, be a playable character. Yeah, I know. Straight up, she did insane. That was such a good fucking hit. Like, oh my god, that was crazy.
I bring a message from Lady Aglaya. She has prepared a gift for you and Don Hong.
A gift? Gimme.
I'm glad.
Endless recollection. Okay, yeah, I can do that later. Oh, it's gonna be annoying for unless I do it. Just you get a pick. Oh yeah, okay, you have to do that. Forgot about that. Do I do it now? No, I'm just gonna keep going. I'll read those later.
The baths are bustling. Now that Nicador has fallen, the soldiers in the city can finally catch a break.
I don't know how long I'll be able to live like this.
Is that Lady Treby and Lady Trianne?
I mean, why is that weird?
You must have forgotten. This is a precious relic from our hometown. Trianne, this is a counterfeit. We both know it's impossible for something this fragile to have survived all those years in one piece. Nothing is impossible.
One Piece?
We are fragile too, but we still got through those sad times. Ugh, look at that color and how it glitters in the light. It's exactly as we remember it. Why won't you buy it? If someone else gets to it before us, we'll miss our chance forever. Calm down, Trianne. You need rest.
please, there's no need to fret. If you need more time to make a decision, I can put this aside for you until tomorrow. Or until you're ready?
No, it's alright. Trian is just... She'll come to her senses tomorrow. We'll be off first. Trian is just... what? Trian is super mad, that's what! You've forgotten all about Mama! Mama gave us something just like this before... Trian...
See you tomorrow? I hope you two patch things up soon.
See you tomorrow. It's crazy.
May the winds of fortune...
It's so hard.
Excuse me, if you don't mind, could you tell me what Lady Treby and Lady Trian were discussing just now?
Oh, it's Miss Castoris. It's been a while. Well, honestly, I'm not quite sure myself. See, I have a little hobby of collecting handicrafts. Some time ago, I found this trinket being sold at the Marmorial Market, and bought it to use as decoration at my stall. When Lady Treby and Lady Trian walked by earlier, Lady Trian happened to catch sight of it, and promptly insisted that it was a precious memento from her hometown. But Lady Treby believed it to be a counterfeit. She said it couldn't possibly be from Yanis. For some reason, Lady Treby...
I see. Madam, would you mind selling this trinket?
Certainly. It's just... if it truly is a relic from Yanisopolis, it could be worth a small fortune.
I understand. Feel free to...
I suppose...
Much appreciated. We're lucky that she has a good heart. I'm not one to venture out often, and while I have some savings, it takes a lot out of me to even talk to people, let alone haggle. Had it been another merchant, I would have been set back plenty. The authenticity of the piece isn't important. What matters is that it holds special meaning for Lady Trian and reminds her of... I've long wished to show my gratitude for Lady Trian's care, but I haven't been able to come up with any ideas for a suitable gift. This chance encounter today... Still, this trinket is admittedly rather fragile. I will have to make some adjustments and stitch it onto wool felt to protect it. That way, no matter how much Lady Trian runs around, it won't... Alright, back to business after that little detour.
Interesting.
Let's keep moving. Don't stray far now. We've already kept Lady Aglaya waiting long enough.
Up we go! How does this work? Wait. Which one's the elevator? Oh, wait, yeah. It's... Call this down? Yeah, okay, you have to call it down and then you have to, okay. I was like, why isn't it going up? Okay. Now we go. I bet you any money we're gonna get like a misunderstanding thing. Is like, oh, Trian is gonna get super pissy that somebody bought it. Yeah, Don Hung does that. Yeah, there's gonna be a misunderstanding plot here. That's gonna be annoying.
Welcome, Cass. And you as well, trailblazer from beyond the sky.
You're up, Dan. You're up early, Don Hung. You would have been too if you hadn't stayed up so late. But what matters is you got a good rest.
For all that has happened, it was never our intention to drag you two into the battle against Nikador and jeopardize your safety. To express our gratitude for your kind trailblazing endeavors, this is the dew of divine blood, brewed from crops nourished by the blood of the Titans. It is said that only 12 bottles existed. The last 3 bottles are now being kept in the treasure vault of Akima. Back in the days of prosperity, cities fortunate enough to acquire it regarded it as one of the greatest treasures ever. Unsealing it during a ceremony held in honor of two cities' diplomatic ties was the highest form of respect one could show the other. And now, in keeping with tradition, Akima dedicates this drink to our esteemed guests from beyond the sky in appreciation of what you have done for us.
I'm not up for it. Okay. So is it Lady Glaya?
Very perceptive, Mr. Dunhung. Your heroic deeds have proven that you come in good faith. With the dew of divine blood as testament.
With all due respect, won't forging an alliance with the Chrysos heirs embroil us in conflicts with the Nokama? I'm sure you can understand where our misgivings come from, Lady Glaya. That's my gift. Having said that, Lady Aglaya, please don't misunderstand. We will still do what we can to assist you in the Flame Chase journey. I've heard of the friction between the Chrysos heir and the Council of Akima. As outsiders, we are wary of getting caught up.
Wow! Grady and Danny have sharp eyes indeed. You'd make outstanding members of the Twilight Courtyard.
Whomstead are you?
No need to worry, by the way. I can tell from Lady Aglaya's
Oh, hi.
voice and micro-expressions that she's being genuine.
It's Barbara, yeah.
Not only are you guests from beyond the sky, but you've also done so much for Akima. You're practically heroes to us all. Lady Aglaya would never subject you to Aquila's judgment.
And you are...
Hyacinth. Thank you for taking care of the wounded of the past few days.
You are a medic. It's literally Barbara, guys. Ptolemy? What the hood? Okay. Yeah, she's a healer. Next up, she's a pop star, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, it's no trouble at all. The patients are very cooperative when we attend to them. I'm just thrilled to see them all going home healthy again. Oh, it's Cassie. Oh, I've missed you.
Great, Danny?
Aren't they just the cutest nicknames?
Okay, she's kind of adorable. This girl, she's a natural at making friends. Kind of reminds me of an old friend with pink hair. The girlfriend is gone.
As an acolyte of Aquila, I'm here to bring healing light to the world. Plus, I've heard you're also children of the distant skies. Fate must have brought us together.
Probably now she'll probably be a mighty support and casters too. Casters is Harmony though, right? No, she wasn't Harmony. What was she? Remembrance, that's it.
Can we be friends?
Can we be friends?
I'd love to hear your tales of the sky. And oh, it's a rare occasion that Akima presents such an invaluable
Goofball.
gift to guests. Lady Aglaya, may I have the honor of tasting it too?
Of course you may. Esteemed guests of Akima, please believe me when I say that this gift carries no hidden agendas. As for the matter of the Alliance, you need not give me an answer here and now.
Oh, she's here to help Glaya recruit us.
You're mistaken. The capable Lady Aglaya doesn't need my help with things like this.
She sounds like she has an accent. It's like... Sounds like she has like a Filipino accent almost. Don't ask me how the fuck I clocked that.
Oh, yay! Then I'll get started on my questionnaire.
It's very slight. It is so slight, but it sounds like the VA has some sort of accent, and I like in my ear reads it as Filipino. Pardon the question, but I've been meaning to ask this for a while. Micro expressions, tone of voice, questionnaires, are these all the part of the usual skill set for Akila's priests?
Allow me to do the honors. This young lady is Hyacinth, assistant lecturer of the new sporists at the Grove of Epiphany and head nurse at the medical institution known as the Twilight Courtyard. Many of the Chrysos heirs suffered injuries during Nikador's attack on Akima, so the Grove sent Lady Hyacinth to treat the wounded in Akima.
But what I'm really good at is helping people sort out what ails their mind and spirit. If you're ever feeling troubled, come find me. A little sunbathing in the courtyard will chase all your worries away.
Those who follow the path of Noose, by the way. Wait, New sporists. Huh. Wow, I wonder where Noose comes into the... I wonder where Noose comes in, into this place. Okay. So she's erudition. Or, no. Maybe she's erudition, maybe she's abundance. I don't know, actually. So you're a therapist. Thank you. We'll keep that in mind.
Well, it looks like everything's sorted out now. The patients have also all recovered. I think it's time for me to head back, Lady Aglaya.
I would love to keep you in Akima for a few more days, but I would hate to provoke the ire of the Grove. As it happens, Akima intends to send a messenger to the Grove for updates about the research on the Black Tide. We also want to communicate our desire to discuss the retrieval of Cersei's cool flame at the earliest convenience.
Oh, that sounds pretty serious. Lady Aglaya, you can't be asking me to...
No need to fret. We won't put
Wait,
you on the spot.
whoa,
Trian will be going there as the diplomatic messenger of Akima.
I just noticed something. Can we get a shot on you again?
Questions for Professor Anaxa as well, regarding the missing Titan Thanatos.
The thing on her brooch. It okay, it's not quite what I thought it looks a lot like a Lumidu spell. Like weirdly like a Lumidu spell. But also like no, it isn't. Again, this like gave me Clairvy in another life. Exactly. That's kind of what I'm thinking. It's like it's very Clairvy coded. Because where give me where is not this one? Ever whatever her trailer was called. Yeah. Look at that shit. It's just fucking, it's just Clairvy. It's literally just Clairvy. So then, that begs the question, where's Arlecchino? Since this involves Akima's diplomatic affairs, we'll give you some privacy. Let's go and play.
If you're not keen on just sitting around, Miss Trailblazer, why not go with him? The Grove is a picturesque place, perfect for sightseeing.
That's a wonderful suggestion. Come visit the Grove Grave.
Oh, Obsidian, yeah.
delighted
One of
to
the
show you
NPC
around.
characters. But this is just further, like, maybe I'm just like schizo at this point, but like maybe I'm just making shit up, but it just feels like this is strengthening ties between Amphorius and Genshin.
In that case, do bring this spindle along with you. This tool, called the weft, is used to spin thread and has been passed down in my family through generations. Though it doesn't see much practical use nowadays, it's become a symbol of great significance. In this respect, it is the perfect token to represent my will. While you're in the Grove, the golden thread of the weft can also render all things around you visible, regardless of whether they're corporeal or not, allowing you to see things as I would. Castris knows this too. Make good use of it. Trian is already waiting for you at the outskirts of Okima, so I won't keep you any longer.
Huh. Do Divine Blood and the Weft. Okay.
Make good use of it.
I'm glad to be in your company again, miss.
Hell yeah. Let's go, Casterus. Tell me about the Titan known as Thanatos.
Thanatos controls my fate, in a sense. The curse I bear came from them, and they have something of mine. Something of great importance that I must get back from them.
The, Evangelion reference. Oh, yeah, beers.
When I was studying at the Grove alongside Phainon and the others, Professor Anaxa was responsible for teaching us about the Chrysos heirs and the Titans. That's also when I met Miss Hyacinth. She was Anaxa's teaching assistant then.
Okay, so Thanatos, the personification of death. He wasn't necessarily the god of death, but he was the personification of it, which is different. Thanatos is the son of Nyx, the goddess of night, and the brother of Hypnos, the god of sleep. Because death is just sleep being shy, or sleep is just death being shy. He appeared to humans to carry them off to the underworld when the time allotted to them by fates had expired. Personifications of destiny, three sisters. Clotho, the spinner. Lachesis, the allotter, and Atropos, the inevitable, the metaphor of death. Clotho is interesting. Being involved there. Moirai. For mortals, the destinies span their entire lives and represent the threads spun from the spindle. Generally, they were considered to be above even the gods. Okay. Interesting. What if instead they pull an Orpheus parallel with casters? That would actually be really interesting. I could see that happening. Isn't tied to the fates, but the chariots. Yes, but also I just find it interesting that Aglaya being so like tied to everything and Clotho being there It's just an interesting parallel.
The Grove of Epiphany is Akima's partner academy. They look after the core flame of Circes and are the organization at the forefront of researching phenomena such as the Black Tide and the Titans. They also provide academic research support for the Flame Chase journey.
Okay.
Several Chrysos heirs are based in the Grove, including Miss Hyacinth and Professor Anaxa.
Oh,
Okay,
I came
let's
here
get going.
with a colleague from the Twilight Courtyard. I've asked her to pack her luggage in advance, so she's already waiting for us by the city gates. Let's go meet up with her.
I'm very curious to see who Hyacinth's VA is. Where am I going? That way. Wrong way.
Look, there she is. And Lady Trianne. But who's that they're looking at?
Okay. They fucking died.
Did something happen, Clementine? Oh, that's a serious injury. Miss Hyacinth, this man was discovered by Trianne! Trianne was in a bad mood this morning, so we went to the outskirts of Akama for some fresh air. But then we found him collapsed on the roadside. Trianne knows the city has good doctors, so Trianne brought our new friend into the city to look for a doctor.
I was waiting here for Miss Hyacinth when I bumped into Lady Trianne. But by then, this man was already in critical condition, so I had to perform some emergency treatment.
These wounds, they're caused by the Black Tide.
Okay.
This is
It's a corruption
bad.
sort of thing.
Clementine, prepare a ward for this man at once. I'll treat him myself. It's a miracle he's still alive, considering how badly the Black Tide injured him. Gray, Cassie, and Trianne, would you mind making your way to the Grove first? Once this man is out of danger, Clementine and I will join you. As a healer, I cannot ignore those in need of medical attention.
I understand. May fate have mercy on this poor man.
Trianne believes he'll get better. Everybody, follow Trianne! Fly, fly, fly away from Akama!
Let's go.
Down this road we go. Little Cass, little Gray, are you ready?
Let's go.
I'm ready too.
Okie dokie. Everybody?
It's harder than I thought to sew gemstones onto wool felt.
Cass, memmy, memmy, mem. Memmy, mem, mem, mem.
Mim wants to try sewing. Here, why don't you give it a go?
Are you two so close already?
Memmy, mem, mem, memmy, mem. Memmy, memmy, mem, 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 mem.
It's hard not to like Mim when they're so adorable.
No.
This is amazing. It seems as if their voice has become more intelligible after the battle with Nikador.
Yeah, it's weird.
After spending the last few days together, I feel like I'm gradually gaining the ability to understand what they're saying. Even if it's just a little.
Mem, 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 memmy, mem, mem. Memmy, mem, mem, memmy, mem, mem, mem. Memmy, mem, mem, mem,
Many new
mem,
things.
mem,
Once I
mem.
obtained the memory of poking wool felt, look, our hands that are as pretty as Cass's hands. That sounds good.
Memmy, mem. Memmy, mem, 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 mem.
Men, bitch.
Memmy, mem, mem, mem. Memmy, mem. Memmy, mem, 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 memmy, mem. Memmy, ah. Memmy, mem, mem. Mem, 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 mem,
I wonder
mem,
what changes
mem,
in
mem.
Transformed into a cute girl. Stella is in cute girl withdrawal with March not being here.
Is everybody awake? Little Gray, little Memmy, Memmy, mem, 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 mem.
She said a word. Whoa.
Memmy, mem, 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 memmy, mem.
It's already action hour. Lady Trianne, I hope you're well rested. You were talking in your sleep.
Sleep talking?
Something like, Mommy, doll with sword. Let's fight together. We'll be brave.
Ugh, it's so embarrassing. Please don't make
Hey, we're not
fun
making
of
fun, we're
Trian.
just saying the things that happened.
Of course not. Wasn't Lady Trian's mother also the Holy Maiden of Yanisopolis?
Uh-huh. Mama was the strongest holy maiden in all of our history. She also gave us the prophecy of deliverance. And she had red hair that looked like a cute red mushroom.
Okay.
Trian can't remember what Mama looked like anymore.
Aww.
Not even in the dream just now. Mammy, mem. Mammy.
So what's your superpower? Think about it, there are so many memories scattered all over this world. Surely at least one contains the image of Trian's mama. To keep a lookout for a while. Whoa! She'll even be able to talk to her, right? Only if you promise to stop calling me Pink Puppy. That's much better. Still don't like to know what exactly I am. That's just a name I came up with on a whim. So we get going.
Okie dokie. Trian remembers that we need to help Aggie ask
Just the turn into a cute girl now is hilarious. She's so longing for her GF.
If we follow this woven trail and keep going upward, we'll reach the grove in no time.
Legend has it that whenever they requested an audience with Circes, Nestia would always come to the meeting in a long white dress. As the warps and wefts of the dress came into contact with the ground, they turned into paths and stairs. May this romantic path bring good tidings to Akama.
Titan lesbians? Good lord.
Look, a huge tree.
The quest is so gay.
Huge.
Also,
Want this? Fine. Take it and amuse yourself.
that certainly is a line. Where does they investigate? What? Garden at Night seems to remember the butterfly that once chased the light of reason, willingly forsaking eternity for a fleeting embrace. Hey, what the fuck does that mean? Golden fragments are being radiant in the darkness, eliciting the blooming blue flowers around them. They said that Nestia's swarm of butterflies once emerged from such cocoons, bestowing the gifts of memory upon the world. Huh. Weird ass thing to say. It's not a Honkai game without Yuri? Yeah, true. Did the Anaxa footnote? Okay. Let's see, where is Anaxa? Anaxagoras? Onyxa? Sounds better to me than Anaxa to me. What do I know? Ancient philosopher and astrologist, people weren't too fond of his theory that the sun was a ball of flame the size of Peloponnesus, so he got ousted. Nous is the key part of his philosophy. Oh, shit. Okay. So this is full on fucking... straight up news. Anaxagoras introduced the concept of Nous, the cosmic mind, as an ordering force. He also gave several novel scientific accounts of natural phenomena, including the notion of panspermia, that life exists throughout the universe and could be distributed everywhere. He deduced a correct explanation for eclipses and described the sun as a fiery mass larger than... what is this? pull up Nisus. Is a peninsula. Okay, so he just said it's bigger than this continent when it's actually just way bigger. So the sun might just be another star. Wow, crazy. This dude was fucking crazy. Okay. Interesting. So he's pretty much the originator of the concept of news. Yeah, this just this Sumeru. Giant tree bowed slightly in a silent forest, tilting and falling into the wilting green waves. Honestly, this is so gorgeous. A passing breeze rustled through the leaves as if it was sighing, softly fading into the lightless ocean above on high. Would Mer 7th appreciate the sublime scene? You're uncertain. Don Hung, perhaps? Never mind. Every time he encounters a tree as big as this one, it would be a deeply troubling situation. Take a photo of this big tree. You would love this shit, March. Never fail to impress. This photo deserves an award. What is this huge tree, though?
It's the Bough of Rift, the divine body of Circe's. Flora began to grow where they planted their roots, and this flatland basin upon which we stand gradually became a large, verdant forest. A long time ago, Thelesis, the first scholar, led the masses to build a garden and courtyard in the forest, naming the site the Grove of Epiphany. There, people sought mental clarity, knowledge, and enlightenment.
Is Circe's a reference to, Circe, C-I-R-C-E? From, the Odyssey? That's where my mind, yeah. I'm wondering if it's a oblique reference to Circe from the Odyssey.
Trian knows this. Everybody says that was how this big academy came to be.
By most accounts, she was the daughter of the sun god Helios and Perse, one of the 3,000 Oceanid nymphs. Huh? That's a line.
Something feels off. The Grove has always welcomed scholars. So too would Circe's give us her delicate leaves and extend her branches in greeting. Yet, it seems both the Grove's messengers and the Titan are indifferent to our arrival.
Is the Grove closed at the visitors?
That doesn't seem likely.
Maybe everybody's still asleep because classes haven't started yet.
Fair.
They don't want to be disturbed.
This place is too quiet. What in the world is going on?
Great question. Okay, real quick, another break. I'll make this one fast. Music. Go. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so I am intrigued by this. Okay, so Percy, one of the 3,000 oceanated water nymphs, daughter of the Titans Oceanus and Tethys. He was also got a son and created Circe. Percy was one of the wives of the sun god Helios. Oceanus and Tethys. Daughter of Uranus and Gaia, a sister and wife of the Titan Oceanus. Wow, okay. Interesting. Anyways, well, I didn't mean to do that, but okay.
Trian found it! Every entrance on the other side. Where could it be?
Some wacky shit happening. Oh, I forgot to turn off music. Got it. Ooh, what?
Wilfrey's eyes are so sharp!
I knew you would find it. The courtyard of Storgi should be just ahead of us.
The second they mention Thalesis, you can uncover his footnote. Okay. Create the 7 sages. Huh, that sounds familiar.
Something's not right here.
Someone should have come forward to receive us by now. This is so Sumeru. It's so Sumeru.
Not to mention that this whole place is also...
Hello? Is anyone there? No one's here.
What should we do
I
now?
have an idea. Lady Trian, could you lend me that golden spindle? Do you remember? Lady Aglaia said this. While you're in the grove,
yeah.
the golden thread of the weft can also render all things around you visible.
It's pretty much just the one ring, so like...
Not. This is achievable because the grove is not only where the roots of Circe's are, but also where the chrysalis of gold manifests.
The what?
Oh, Nestia. With the weft as my vow, I beseech you, entwine... This is a proverb. If I'm not mistaken, we should be able to draw power out of this butterfly exuvia with the golden thread.
There isn't a reaction. Did it not work?
But that shouldn't be.
This is also kind of like Enconomia coded.
White dryad flowers? No, these aren't white dryads.
Nestia's resting place. What was it called again?
These are shadows of dead white dryads.
Dead me, ma'am. Shadow?
Strictly speaking, these white dryads are still plants. They only gained sentience as a result of Circe's blessing of equality. But their sentience is minimal when compared to that of humans. These flowers have already died. What you see here are just faint afterimages of their souls.
Gold cocoon? Okay. This is literally Enconomia. It's literally Enconomia.
However, this also means that the golden thread has definitely connected with the Titan's presence. Without the golden thread's outlines, we would not have been able to see them at all.
But what happened?
Ma'am, can you...
Let me try. Ma'am. Black tree.
Words. Mem is saying words.
Mem.
I have a bad feeling about this. The deathly fog of Thanatos.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Fast approaching.
Oh! Trianne will be on high alert!
Whoa. Very good case being regrowing plan. Suppose because I'm a crisis heir that I must. Ooh, you are a crisis heir, okay? That I must stay and fend off the black tide. Kalanesis? Salani? I don't. Whatever. I will endeavor to ensure we survive until reinforcements arrive. I may be a scholar, but I know a bit about fighting. Any normal black tide monster is no match for me, so you need not worry. Gravitas. Wow, what a name. If you're not prepared to risk your life, the black tide would simply intercept you and kill you before you made it to Akama. Gravitas, you are the fastest among us. Telenesis, okay. Have we heard that before? I feel like I've heard that before. Kalanesis of Heliopolis was a Byzantine. Oh, he was a Byzantine. Credited with the invention of Greek fire. My man made fucking napalm. My man invented napalm. Beautiful Victor, okay. I'll not let you down. May Circes protect your mind, Master Kalanesis. May the Circes protect your mind. Okay. That is actually hilarious. My man made fucking napalm. The ceiling
is becoming more and more intense.
Okay.
Pretty underwhelming.
There, on the steps.
See you, data.
This looks really scary.
Silly useless.
No, it's neither of those. This is a creation of the Black Tide. Such creatures are formed when living beings are corrupted and turned into deformed hollow husks of their former selves. Everybody, stay alert. Regardless of what has happened to the Grove, the fact that we're seeing the remains of a Black Tide creation here definitely doesn't bode well.
Should we inform Aggie about this?
Hollow, Zenless? I fucking maybe. What the hell?
The monster is alive!
Trianne, please hide behind us, miss. Let's do it.
Let's do it! Let's do it!
As expected. The words black, sword, and cloak. They're talking about the Black Tide.
Yeah. Certain enemies will inflict ally units with the corrosion. Oh my god, it's fucking wolves! They're wolves! It's Genshin! What the fuck is up with the Genshin parallels? Holy shit! Literally corrosion wolves. Oh shit, I don't have the right.
Eternal sleep.
The dead return!
The venturing stocks went down. Thanks. Finally.
Never seen perfection. Open sesame.
Ouch, holy shit.
I'll see you off.
Curiosity, endless riddles. Nothing but a void.
I'm against the anti-aventurine. Love that.
Little Gray, little Kaz, you're so strong!
Yeah, we know, considering some of the animations regarding cast that have come out. Some of the leaks regarding cast that have come out are fucking insane.
To think Black Tide has spread so quickly to the Grove despite its remote location.
We don't talk about them though.
I'm afraid a world where strife has fallen is far more dangerous than we ever imagined.
Oh no! Does this mean that Akuma is also in danger?
Looking at this mess, it seems the scholars at least succeeded in fending off the first wave, but at what price?
Okay. At the same time, in Alchema,
Lady Aglaya, after a few days of surgeries, both major and minor, we were able to save the life of that patient found on the outskirts of Akuma.
Thank you again, Hyacinth, for your hard work.
The scarring of his organs was especially severe, a result of the Black Tide's corruption. It's a miracle he's even survived. I can't say for sure when he'll regain consciousness.
okay, I knew I've heard her name before. It's based off the hyacinth, an actual flower. Hyacinths are often associated with spring and rebirth. The hyacinth flower is used in the half-seen table setting of the Persian New Year celebration, Nowruz, held in the spring equinox. Persian word for the hyacinth means cluster. The name hyacinthos was used in ancient Greece for at least 2 distinct plants, which have variously been identified as 2 different names. Plants known by this name were sacrificed to Aphrodite. Oh shit, okay. Interesting.
Don't stress yourself out over this. You've already done everything in your power to save him. There's no need to hurry to the Grove.
Yeah, there is.
Tribi, I have some things to tell you as well. There's something strange about what he is not Akuman. The way the stitches on his clothes are hidden is quite unique. Such craftsmanship is undeniably from the Grove.
The Grove?
Now that I think about it, Castrus and the...
The Black Tide has invaded the Grove. We haven't detected any survivors, even with the help of the Golden Thread. What should we do, Haggy?
The Black Tide is posing an even greater risk to us now. I did not expect the Grove to be the first to be impacted, though. Can they tell where the core flame is?
We see it.
But what?
But they can't see for sure whether the Titan has also been corrupted by the Black Tide.
Please let them know that for now, the most pressing task is to identify the core flame and transfer it to a safe place as quickly as possible. We must also search for survivors and find out exactly what happened to the Grove. Oh, and find Anaxa. Unless something went terribly wrong, he should still be alive.
Should be, is doing a lot of work there.
They've set off. Please.
I pray for their safety too.
Aggie, how do you know that?
I know that man all too well. If that blasphemous performer knew that he was not long for this world, he would most certainly try to seize the core flame and drag the Titan down with him.
Performer and blasphemous. Okay.
Is this a joke as well?
No, I'm being serious this time. We're facing threats from both within and without Akima. The merciless carnage may have ceased, but Akima's nemesis continues to sharpen their blades even now.
What's interesting here... yeah, I'm stuck on Aglaya describing Anaxa as blasphemous performer. Because in HSR, performer has very specific connotations relating to Aha, but then blasphemous, relating to all the Genshin parallels, is Dottore. Doctor, Dottore, Sumeru, all these things.
They may have even prepared the gallows from which to hang us already.
You mean...
Even if the divine authority of strife is as yet unclaimed, the Black Tide is advancing more rapidly than I expected. I fear this tragedy is more than a mere natural disaster. Alas, it's too late. The Council will likely take this opportunity to do something... I will try to keep this under wraps for now. But you must also take care and be prepared for anything.
All right. Should I inform Hyacinth about this?
Not for now. She must be exhausted after performing surgeries non-stop for so many days. I don't want to overwhelm her with this bad news.
We can only hope that the growth
This is
weathers
interesting.
this crisis with as many as...
That being said, based on the condition of this patient, Tribi, we should prepare for the worst. It's likely he is the only one who managed to...
Well, aside from Anaxa.
Everything will be fine. The people at the Grove are really smart. They'll definitely be able to chase away the Black Tide.
Wait, how do you know? How do you know that she said, okay.
How should I put it? Lady Aglaya doesn't trust Anaxa at all, I'm afraid.
Sounds like a big shot.
Despite being a Chrysosaur, Anaxa resolutely believes that Titans and prophecies are a load of nonsense. During our regular citizens' assemblies, he always votes to oppose the Flame Chase journey.
That's so aha coded. It's so aha coded. He's so elation.
Everybody says that Circes, who symbolizes reason, is the most tolerant of novel ideas. Apart from Kefali, they're the Titan who treat
Yes, that is how we formed an agreement with these Titans who bear no harm toward humanity. If they agree to support us on our Flame Chase journey, we will wait till the final moments of the journey to restore their core flames.
With the exception of Orynyx, that is. They didn't lend us their power willingly.
Yeah, that was a wild moment. I don't think Orynyx was as reluctant to help us as you put it, or they would have deemed Whaley worthy and allowed me to journey alongside all of you. Yeah, that's a good point. It almost feels like Orynyx wants to help, but like, yeah, it's almost like they're cornered. In that if they give their help, then they're kind of fucked. Almost, it's weird.
That is true. It's also fortunate that these gods weren't corrupted by the Black Tide.
Trianne believes Circes will be alright. After all, everybody says that the people of the So, Little Gray and Little Cass, Just leave the task of finding Anaxa and everyone else to Trian. It's easy for Trian to look for people because we can fly.
We can fly.
Good idea. In that case, please bring the weft along with you, Lady Trian. The golden thread will be much more effective from up above. Please promise us that you'll take care of yourself.
Okie doke. If Trian gets in trouble, we'll look for all of you. In return, if you get in trouble, remember to call for Trian, okay? We'll come right over and open the gate for you.
That's the other thing I wish to mention. Do not open the gate unless you have no other choice, Lady Trian. Your body is not in good shape at the moment.
Wait a minute, y'all are having a measles problem? I mean... I wouldn't call it a measles problem, but we're having recorded cases considering dipshits don't get vaccinated.
Okay. We will keep that in mind. Trian was just trying to help.
Of course, we know that. After all, Lady Trian is a demigod, the most powerful among all of us here. Remember all those brave heroes in the tales you've heard. They would always save their strength until the very last moment.
The country's so interesting. Tell me about it. Good lord.
Their plans. Isn't that right?
Mm-hmm. In that case, brave Trian shall clear the way for all of you.
Memmy mem memmy mem mem. Memmy mem mem mem. Memmy mem 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 mem. Mem mem mem. Memmy mem mem mem.
So many monsters.
Come on, get around.
Memmy mem mem memmy mem. Memmy mem.
Yeah, our country is very strange at times. The fact that, like, I find it hilarious too, that the whole anti-vax thing came from the UK. Like, that was an issue of the UK, and then the dumbass decided, like, the dumbass that started the whole thing fled to the United States, and then we're like, oh yeah, come on in, dude. Yeah, we have enough idiots here to freaking consider you to be okay. Like, it's, ugh.
Memmy mem.
Didn't see anything. Okay.
Ah, you want this? Fine. Take it and amuse yourself.
I can't open it. It was probably sealed.
There's no keyhole in this door.
Yes. Most of the doors in Amphorius are sealed using...
Memmy mem mem memmy mem mem. Memmy mem 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 memmy mem.
Are you serious? Just a mere door, and your first instinct is to call on the gods?
Memmy!
Before you try unlocking the door, perhaps you should first find a way to clear the fog that clouds your vision.
Maybe letting bullshit become mainstream in the name of freedom was a bad idea after all. Yeah. Well, it's the paradox of tolerance, right? Like, the idea of tolerating people that are, you know, tolerating people that don't have the greatest ideas of freedom in the name of freedom results in less freedom. So, like, yeah. It's kind of that idea. It's annoying.
Memmy!
My name is Anaxagoras, one of the 7 sages of the Grove of Epiphany, and the founder of the New Sporists. Before we go any further, rule number 1. Do not call me Anaxa.
Okay.
Rule number 2. Never interrupt me. Silence is golden.
The accent is all the wrong place. Yeah. On Anaxa. Yeah.
The person standing here and conversing with you right now isn't the vestiges of a memory. Rather, it is the culmination of the greatness of science and the
It's you know that scene, like, if anybody here has played Baldur's Gate 3, it's that scene where Gale is like, he has like a clone of himself in his camp. He's like, Gale would like to go see you in this little grove. So that's what this reminds me of. Is Gale's like apparitions.
Through the wonders of alchemy, I have shattered my soul and transmuted it into gold before burying it.
Genshin.
I have recorded these words so that visitors may learn where their next destination. Nothing is impossible. Having said that, alchemy is not omnipotent. Each time you hear from me, an equivalent part of my soul is being consumed as the price. In other words, this voice isn't created out of thin air.
His voice also sounds familiar. Wonder who voices him. I told you, I'm a time traveler.
That's because my precise calculations account for every possibility. I also know that you have
This is literally just the TV scene from Blink.
the black tide, and that you mistakenly believe that the scholars have been wiped. But that is where you're wrong. While the black tide was still approaching the grove, the sages found a way to evacuate the vast majority of the scholars. They are heading toward the holy city of Akama. Only a small fraction of the scholars stayed behind with me to defend the grove. If all goes well, Cersei's core flame will reach Akama before long.
Terminus has been visiting a lot of people. True.
Since you have accessed this message, something unforeseen must have occurred. For now, you should continue onward to the Luminary Throne, where you may retrieve the core flame. And our mortal remains. And now, the objective is complete.
Miss, judging from your reaction, you must have...
Can't what you saw in the memory.
Professor Anaxa?
He said his name is Anaxagoras.
You don't have to take that too seriously.
Newsporists and
Professor
alchemists.
Anaxa theorizes that all beings originate from the same source and have a similar composition, which in this case refers to the soul. He calls this theory Newsporism. It is an extremely complicated theory. You should get him to explain it himself if you're interested, provided that he is...
Everyone seems to have been
Yes,
evacuated.
that seems like the only good news so far. We can just focus on retreat.
Perhaps Anaxa did not manage to survive?
Do not wish to consider this possible. Perhaps they were just unable to transfer the...
Let's go to the Luminary Throne.
It is located at the top of the giant tree, and is where Cersei's core flame is kept. But making our way there... Right. Let's see whether he left any similar direction. Alchemy is truly incredible.
The alchemy references are weird. Happiness abound in this lush lands. It's just so similar. What the fuck?
No, you didn't imagine it. I'm afraid that someone's probably nearby. As we are unable to ascertain whether they are friend or foe, we better remain cautious.
Giants raise their glasses in a toast, beheld by the 12 constellations. Don't be afraid, I have experience in ghost hunting.
Mem.
Long story.
The voice is coming from over there.
My dryad?
Mem.
No. It seems to be coming from somewhere even. Let's go check it out.
Mem.
Okay, it's over that way. Geometry here is a little funky. Okay. Chrysalis of gold, Nestia, weaving fates of hearts destined to meet, purest beauty in your grace, deepest passion in your heart. Huh. Statue resembling an old man draped in robes, seated in deep meditation. Resembling an old man draped in robes, seated in deep meditation, and capable of singing.
Regardless of what you do, a stone won't be able to speak.
Huh?
Mem.
Oh my god, you're pretty.
Such a lively little bunny. You even smell a little familiar.
What a good-looking ghost.
What a smooth-talking child. I'll accept your praise.
Who are you? Keep your distance and identify yourself. Otherwise...
The scent of Thanatos. I recognize you. Idonia's renowned goddess of death.
Since you are aware, stop provoking the authority of death. Answer my question.
Baring your fangs at me. How cute. Just call me Calypso.
Hi.
I greet you on behalf of the Seven Sages and the Litophagists.
Okay, so she was a nymph. Let me see if Phantom has anything about Calypso. Yes, you do. Woman with whom Odysseus was trapped for 7 years on her island. Notable points are her father is the Titan Atlas, or Oceanus, or Helios, depending on the version, and her name is very similar to the verb to hide. Okay. I know the name from a really good album, Ceres and Calypso in the Deep Time. I very highly recommend it. It's a very, very, very dreamy album. Yeah. Call me Calypso. I greet you on behalf of the Seven Sages and the Litophagists. Show people who offered Odysseus's crew Diospyros to eat, and that made them not want to leave the place. Odysseus had managed to get his crew to leave, though. Persimmons, got it. Diospyros is a genus of over 700 species of deciduous and evergreen trees and shrubs. So, yeah, just persimmons. It's a kind of fruit. Understood. Band in Brazil called Calypso. Yeah, I do know that Calypso is a, I do know Calypso is a genre of music too. It may have been. Calypso comes from Trinidad and Tobago. It's a Caribbean style. But it has completely different etymology because the etymology comes from languages of that area, so it's completely unrelated. We're talking about Calypso mythology.
Of course not. Just ask the fair lady beside you. She'll definitely know the...
Be careful. Even if the head of the Lotophagus has never shown their true identity before, we shouldn't trust this person so easily. The Weft could not detect her presence just now. That would be out of the ordinary if she were truly a phantom body. But if she is someone who has passed on, let me test her.
Do you mind if I join your private conversation?
That would be rather inappropriate for someone who isn't even willing to reveal their real self. Forget it. However, I'm going to ask you some questions. Please answer them truthfully. If you can do so without hesitation, we won't treat you as an enemy for the time being.
A pop quiz? Well, that sparks my...
What was the topic for the grand finals of the 752nd Great Debate?
Is a flying arrow in motion or at rest?
It's the... I think that's the paradox of the dichotomy, I think that is. Hold on. Yeah, that's the paradox of the dichotomy.
Who was your representative?
Xeno's paradox.
Medea. She went up against Phainon of the New Sporists.
Phainon was what?
Who won?
Nobody won because the 752nd Great Debate never took place. What I just mentioned happened during the previous debate. Phainon emerged victorious and obtained his 10th consecutive debate wreath. Also, to alleviate your worries, I shall provide you with a piece of info. Anaxa the New Sporist is still alive. I saved him, and he is now recuperating at the Luminary Throne. So,
Medea's section.
Are you satisfied with my answers?
Medea was a witch. A witch! Wife of Jason after he took her away from her homeland with the promise to marry her despite having 2 kids with her. He betrayed her and he was going to marry... He married another princess. Their alliance meant nothing in Greece. So in the end, to show him his greed and hubris, she killed their kids and left on a flying flaming chariot. Good lord. Go off, girl. Her aunt was Cersei too. Ooh, okay. Wow, this is... Wow, the fucking references are crazy.
This dumbfounded expression of yours is much more adorable and likable than the previous one. As the saying goes, seeing is believing. Why don't you follow me to the throne and take a look for yourself?
I'll keep my eyes on you at all times.
Oh, that's truly an honor.
As an actual murder,
as
yeah.
we can get the water wheel turning, we'll be able to use it to ascend. So, the solution is to...
Good lord. Okay. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Yeah, a number of sheer references are crazy. I think what I'm gonna do... Okay. Let's read this. I think after this I'm gonna get going because I think a good stopping point here. I feel like once Anaxa comes into play, I think that's when shit's gonna get going. So 3 hours in is pretty good. So it's a respectable place to stop. Yeah. Okay. I think this will be good. Let's read this man's second part. Since which day did he become known as mighty? His strength rivals all lands, but the man pays it no heed. For only the authority of a king can end another king, and only strife can end strife. The torrent of conquest crosses the barrens, yet with homeland's blood it is destined to be stained. None dare to shake his hand in greeting, for his hands burn as the blazing sun, soaked in the might of the flames. What a mighty feat it is. In the aftermath of defeat, the man digs graves for the deceased soldiers, burying thousands with his own hands. In that fight, he crushed all invading blades with his fists. A body immortal may never fall, but tears of pain in his heart still flow.
His years of drifting made him detest water's waves.
They say that is the reason he is so unwilling to weep. But in Idonia's blizzards, he once did cry, a tear shed among the storm and frost, that bloomed into a lily stained with blood. Like his undying body, the flower never wilts. In time, the entire world will turn to ash. Genshin reference. This haughty man shall be the one to leave behind the world's final beauty, though none are willing to believe. Unlike his kin, those patterns are carved with his blood. A matter so suspicious it stirs the ambitions of the mundane.
A blade that can cut through the mighty must be enough to slay gods.
The people to this day still seek it, yet it is simply a tradition he follows closely. Do not let your enemy notice that you're bleeding, and thus convince them that you are someone unsurpassed, a warrior supreme.
Apart from Kremnos' traditions, what do you have left?
The white-haired friend once asked. The man goes silent and still, his gaze burning into the horizon, looking for a distant past. In his days of wandering, the same question was asked by thousands upon thousands, and he never denied.
That is why I walk on this path.
Interesting. Wait. Interessant. You know that Okama is full of stories about Mighty Mouse. He's just burning with tales. Are all princes like that? How do you manage to get that powerful?
Me, ma'am?
For your ears only. They say it's from incredibly harsh training. 10,000 squats, does 10,000 sets of weights. One Punch Man ass training regime. Really no way. There are way too many rumors about Mighty Mouse flying around. If they were all true, he wouldn't even have time to eat, would he? To bring all the stories sure is mysterious, don't you think? Huh. Interesting. Well, this is getting interesting. Definitely. We're at 19, so 23 wishes. You've got the Virgin Universe to play with, you got you to play with. Definitely stuff I will do off camera while grinding shit out. Anyways. Whew, okay. A very interesting start to this quest. I am intrigued. Yeah, I'm curious to see where this is going. The fucking... All of the parallels to Genshin are getting kind of ridiculous, to be completely honest. Like it's gives more lore on F4S as a whole. Ooh, nice. Okay. Yeah, the Genshin parallels are getting more and more becoming more and more numerous, and they're more and more undeniable too. Like it's ridiculous how like, and it's so fascinating. Cause like Yeah, it's wild. It's so weird. I'm very curious to see where they're going with this. But yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I will be back eventually. I'll see if I can sneak another stream in sometime this week. Instead of just waiting for next Sunday. That might not be doable, but I will try. And so yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I'll see you guys next time. So bye bye, y'all.